Wayne.
Hi.
We'll start it off with Steven.
Hey, Wayne. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Checking on now that Lewis O'Brien is clear. How much time do you think he might be able to play right away with this team?
Yeah, he'll certainly be in the squad, so he'll be involved. He'll get some minutes on Saturday, so we're pleased with that. So yeah, he's when he went back over to England, he's kept up with his training, so he'll be ready and to whether that's to start the game or come off the bench. We'll wait and see. We'll see how he is tomorrow, but he'll certainly play some minutes in the game.
Great, and then checking on some of the injured guys who weren't available last week and where they stand and whether they'll be available this weekend.
Yeah, I think Jaizi will be available for us. Pedro, who, in fairness to Pedro, wasn't 100% in the last game, but he wanted to be a body and be available if we needed him off the bench, so he'll be available for us this weekend. Andy will not be available, and then obviously we've got the longer term injuries in terms of Brendan and Martin Rodriguez, who are obviously out, and Derek Williams is also out. So other than that, I think everyone else, Nigel Roberta is out as well.
Next, we'll go to Dave.
Hey, Wayne, you were just talking about Lewis being available. Can you just talk about what you like and what fans can expect as you integrate him into DC United?
Yeah, he's a very hard-working player. He's a box-to-box player, disciplined in defence, but also very effective going forward. Runs really well with the ball, but he brings a bit of grit and a bit of fighting in the middle of the pitch for us as well. So he's what you call a typical old-school box-to-box midfielder who's good at all aspects of his game. So we're delighted to be able to bring him in on loan, and looking forward to getting to see him play for us.
Coming off a clean sheet, also, just as you now go into this next stretch of 5 games. What do you like about your team that you can build on? How do you assess that? Obviously, you want more results, but what do you like as you're going forward?
Yeah, I think firstly, I was pleased with the performance. It wasn't great on the eye, the performance against Chicago, but it's what I wanted. I stressed the players before the game about going back to basics and being hard to beat and keeping clean sheets, and which I thought we'd done really well. I think we should have the penalty. I think that's clear. I thank the officials for being in touch with us this week and giving us their opinion on it, which I still disagree with their opinion, because we got told the centre-back was in full control of the ball. And for me, to be in control of the ball, you have to at least touch the ball. And Taxi Fontes took out in the air. But I really appreciate the officials explaining the reasons why, even though I disagree with it. So we could have won the game. And then secondly, with having Taxi Fontes, Christian Benteke, Click, Pedro Santos, Lewis O'Brien, we've got some really exciting players, and I think Saturday will be the first time we get to see them all, whether that's on the pitch together, depending on which starting lineup I go with, and then really it's only the back four now which has been very inconsistent in being available for me. So I haven't played the same back four in any game, and it looks like that'll be the same on Saturday. So hopefully we can get that right moving forward, and I think we look a very good squad.
Next, we'll go to Jason.
Hi, Wayne. Thanks for speaking with us today.
No problem.
I wanted to ask a little. You've already seen Columbus this season. You've seen Zelarayan being, such a dangerous player, is very decisive. What would you like the group to do differently this time to maybe deny him those moments that he's been able to create, not just against you, but against many other teams this season?
Yeah, I think even we played them obviously a few weeks back, and I actually thought we'd done okay in the game, but where we let ourselves down was, and where Columbus are very good, is running off the ball, third man runs, 1-2s around your penalty box, and they're very good at that. So we have to be better in them situations when we play them. I think we're possibly one of, if not the only team who actually took the ball away from Columbus and had more possession than them. So I think just defending, you have to be switched on because there is a lot of movement, players running off the ball, as I said. So we have to be aware of that and switched on and keep our focus. Stuff we've worked on it today. And if we don't do that, they'll punish us because they've got good players. But if we're focused, I think it's an opportunity for us to build on our previous result.
Thanks, Wayne.
Next, we'll go to Bruce.
Hey, Wayne, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Hey, the clean sheet was obviously huge, and we know the goals are coming. I mean, you can see Assad and Taxi and Benteke working off each other. And I agree with you, that was a penalty. But that being said, these clean sheets are massive because on the offensive side of the ball, we've got so many people that can score. That can. Is that kind of an emphasis in terms of the team talk? In terms of to the lads, if we can keep a clean sheet, look what we have on the pitch going the other way.
Yeah, of course, and in previous games where we've scored goals, but then we've conceded sloppy goals. It's just a shame that the last game where we keep a clean sheet, we don't score. So yeah, I think for the attacking players who also help with us getting clean sheets, it has to be a team effort. But we've certainly got players who are capable of scoring goals and creating chances. So if you can keep a clean sheet, great. That's what we're aiming to do. We have to be solid. We have to be hard to beat. We've been in every game, probably bar the Columbus one, results-wise. We've been competing in every game, and if we keep a clean sheet, then we'll win a lot more games. And that's the way football works. The forwards know that, the defenders, midfielders, we all know that. So we're working really hard to make sure we can keep them on.
And next, we'll go to Stephen.
Wayne, last week you mentioned the possibility of maybe a signing this week. Where do things stand in your continued search for players, and if anything's getting pretty close?
Yeah, we're still working on a couple of players to try and get them in. Obviously, we've got a couple of weeks to do that, so we're working hard to make sure we get players in, at least one, maybe two players in, and I'm confident we'll certainly get one in. But we're still working hard and trying to get them off the line. So hopefully we have some news next week, I hope, to tell you. But at the minute, there's nothing concrete.
And that's it from Zoom.
Thank you.
Coach, just you talked about the lingering injuries, not having the consistency of having kind of the same guys out there. How difficult has that been so far early on the season to have different guys in the rotation and try to, still continue to have that chemistry? How difficult has that been? Yeah,
you obviously want to try and have a consistent team, consistent lineup, and of course it's difficult when you have to change players constantly. And to be fair, the back line is, as I said, we haven't had the same back line once all season, so and that's where you need that stability, and you need to, that chemistry with your back line and to be playing together. So yeah, that's been tough, but it is what it is. Players have to be ready to come in and play, and for instance, young Greeny has come in and done really well, so it's opened up a door for him, give him opportunity, and he's at the minute he's taking that. So players can, get rewarded, if you like, by other players not being fit, and And for players who are getting injured, you know, once you're injured, you run the risk of losing your place. So hopefully we don't get too many more.
Definitely, you already kind of mentioned a little bit about the guys you have up front with Taxi and Christian. Does that give you hope that, you know, I know it was already kind of mentioned about the goals coming around. Does that give you hope that, you know, down the road here when you can, you know, have clean sheets on the defensive side that the offensive side can produce?
Yeah, I think we have been creating chances in games. We've scored goals, so yeah, hopefully that continues. We've got some really good players, some good football players in the team, so we're confident we'll create chances and cause teams problems. The frustrating thing, not from the previous game but the games before, is we've conceded goals which were sloppy and real disappointing goals from our point of view to give away. So if we cut that out, then I'm sure we'll pick up a lot more points.
Definitely. And what's it going to take to those games that have ended in draws, or those games that you guys lost by a goal? I know the Columbus was a 2-0 loss. How do you kind of, you know, take those ones that are close, make them into wins, the losses that are by one goal, you make those into ties, and just get points?
It's details. I think details I talk about details to the players all the time, and details in each penalty area, which is crucial. So if we get details right, we'll win games. If we don't, this league has got a lot of quality players in who can punish you, and we've been a little bit unfortunate actually when we haven't got the details right, that we have been punished almost every time. So yeah, we've been unlucky from that point of view, but yeah, we need to make sure we get the details right.
In Columbus, you guys playing them already this season, playing them at home and Audi, how do you guys flip the script from a 2-0 loss to hopefully a win and getting 3 points? Yeah,
we obviously have to learn from the last game as well, and tactically we're working on how we want to play, how we feel the game will go, and we have to trust in what we're doing. And you know, Columbus are a good team, they're in good form, and we know it's going to be a tough game, but we feel with the team we're putting out there and how we want to play, we've certainly got enough players on the pitch to go and win the game.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.